starboard.
Hi guys, Lefty 5 String here. Today we're talking about the Henri 4, the T10 French cruiser with the legendary, I guess it's legendary or unique upgrade that you can work for and get for this ship, which greatly improves the speed of your reload. So let's take a look at it. We've got, I run all the premium consumables. Right now I'm running defensive air because of all the airplanes. We'll see how that goes in the future. You could also run hydroacoustic search, but since you're outside on everything and flanking, you really don't run into that many torpedoes. The upgrades, pretty standard fare. I run the engine boost on this, 50% more. It gets you like 4.5 minutes of engine boost. I'm running this one now with all the planes now. I may switch it to AA guns, but I'm shooting 17 to 19 all the time, and that little dispersion may help a little bit. I haven't really tested it. We'll have to see. Steering gears. Here's the upgrade we're talking about. Increased firing elevation of artillery. So this gets me 8% more range. The reload 12%, and then the detectability suffers at 10% worse. And since it's in the concealment systems mod slot, which I could have ran and got 10% more, I'm actually losing 20% concealment because I'm running this mod. But who cares? There's planes out there all over the place now anyways. Then I run main battery mod 3, which gives me another 12% on the reload time. So it really knocks down your reload time, especially when you're running that boost. You can get about 4 salvos out, and it's just crippling on your opponent. Captain perks. Here's the key one, is the IFHE. I run IFHE with this. It makes it so you can penetrate everything. It's night and day difference when you run this perk on here compared to not using it. I do run concealment on there just to get something, otherwise I'd be at like 17 concealment, I think. I want a bunch more consumables. Those are important. That's your bread and butter, is getting that reload when you get somebody in a broadside position. Then I have the super captain for the increased adrenaline rush, which cranks it out even faster. And then because some of the mods I ran earlier suffer on my turret traverse, I run this guy on there. And then super fast switching between rounds, and then the obvious priority target. Okay, so let's have a look at this game and see how she runs. Okay, it's pretty standard matchmaking for Tier 10. There are no carriers. I'm going to speed this up a little bit and get into the action. We start in the middle, and I hate starting in the middle in the Henri. I much prefer to get out to a flank, so that's where I'm going to head first, and we'll speed up till I start seeing some boats. You can see the detection's not great, but basically one thing about the Henri is it's a very selfish ship. It doesn't offer much in the way of helping your team. There's no radar. You sit outside mostly, and the way you're helping your team is massive damage on battleships from outside, like I'm doing now in this Montana. And if you do get close in and get an opportunity on cruisers and switch to AP, you can just pound them. You'll see that later too. But it's mostly because you're not really close to the DDs. You're not doing a lot of DD help. It's mostly taking care of the big guys from outside. So if you want to be a team player, probably don't choose the Henri. Although you help your team by, cutting down boats on from the outside. It's just you're not in there with your radar. You're not working as a team with people. You can pretty much solo this thing and just do what you got to do. And you can see every time I'm hitting 3 and 4 times, I'm already at 34,000 in this thing, and I've just been flunking away on one boat. You know, the Montana, every time you hit it, it's 4K damage or more sometimes. Then you get fires. I don't know how many fires we'll end up with on this, but even more so than the fires, it's that IFHE that's just pounding away. You get so many penetrations on it. It just this guy will chase for a while, and he's already down 3/4. I think we'll let him recover and find a different target because we're actually getting killed in this game in the beginning.
Engine boost deactivated.
But if I get out on a flank and I find a battleship and he's not shooting back or nobody else is shooting back, I'll just follow him until he's done. Now,
The enemy team has taken the lead.
we're falling way behind here, 450 to 190. We don't have any caps, so I'm going to try and make my way at least back and help that A cap. Here I switch to AP.
The enemy is about to win. The ship is on fire.
And I switch back.
Problem solved, sir.
I'm going to try and get this A cap since nobody else is doing anything. We've got the Benson over there that's sitting on the edge and won't go in there. At 56,000 already, and I've just made one little, gone after only one boat really. Trying to get that Benson to Cap B, and he just, I don't know what he's doing. Switch to AP here, but I hit my reload, and you see how fast these guys are coming out. I'm trying to get some fires on them, and how much we're hitting them for. Just with the HE, every time it's 3,000, 4,000, 2,000. Just that little salvo has got us up to 69,000, and he's gone. Now we'll switch to AP because I see that Zhao in front of us. Let's see what the AP on this Henri can do. You know, the French AP is great for penetration, and this is a perfect scenario for me. He just got beached himself. It's a perfect opportunity for me to
The ship is on
get in
fire.
there with one shot and just take him out.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
So then I'll switch back to the HE and go back to what I was doing.
Direct front. Torpedoes to starboard. Problem solved, sir.
Concentrate on getting his cap first, I guess, at least. Things are not looking good for us at 516 to 165. Plus a boat disadvantage. Try a little AP on the battleship there and see what we get out of him.
Engine boost activated.
One penetration on that. See, it's so much easier and more beneficial. It doesn't matter how they're angled when you're hitting them with the HE. and you always get good damage. So unless you've got a really good broadside shot, keep it on the HE. This is at Montana. I was farming earlier, and he's come back to half health. Hit that reload booster. See how fast these are coming out? They're coming out like Des Moines shells. That's what you get with that reload boost in the legendary mod. $650 to $228 now. At this point, I figured we were just going to lose this game, and I may as well get what I can get. Two more fires. And I see I'm getting a little broadside from the Balti over here. Stick one in him and then switch over to AP. We'll make short work of him. Hit that reload booster. Look at those shells churn out. 8,000, 2,600.
The enemy is about to
Ate him up. And look, I haven't been damaged at all.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
There's a little AP on the Montana. It's not bad, but I get as much out of the HE, and if he starts turning at all, you know, I could have started a fire or two fires by now if I was using HE. A lot of bounce outs there.
The enemy is about to win.
You know, 800 now to 223. You got to be careful with your broadside on this because you can get deleted by the Yamatos or Kurfürst or any of these big battleships if you're not careful. I try to bait them in a little bit and get so I can keep at least enough where I can keep my guns on them. And I got lucky on this one. Now I'm in a perfect situation, other than my team is losing the last cap that it has, and we're just getting killed up north. I have two battleships in front of me that I can just farm. I get this one on fire, then I go to that one. Get this one on fire, then I come back to this one. So now I think I have two fires on the Yamato, 175,000 already. Now I move back to the other one. Using that reload booster again. Getting a little, the Yamato's getting a little close, so I'm going to have to try and get rid of him altogether. Look how much life he has left right now. He's not even aiming at me though. I just keep pounding away at him. There's my Benson up there, is still not capped B. I have no idea what he's been doing. There's a high caliber, more fires. Try and at least scare him with some torps out here. Make him change his direction and think about something else while I get this turned on it. Hopefully I can get turned before he smacks me here. Okay, he's fired his shots. Now I have 25 seconds to get around on him. See, I've already used all my reloads, so I'm done with that. I'm switching to AP in here and see. Let's see how we can do on this. Hit him in the cheek. See, he was at a 3rd strength. We're just gonna put him on that cheek. Get what we can. I'll get a good one in here sooner or later. Boom. Gone.
Engine boost activated.
So that was like a
destroyed.
2/3 or 3/4 health Yamato that we just took on one-on-one and just wasted him. And now I got to go back on my Montana with 251K and counting. Put a little AP into him. You see, I'm getting the deflections and non-pins. It's just easier to use HE. I mean, it's all pins almost. You get the fires, you get great damage with them. Unless I got perfect broadside on a battleship, I'm using HE. And suddenly my team is coming back. Look at it, we're at 880 to 379 now, and we've got 2 caps. And we've got a Kurfürst up there with 3 kills, so finish off that Montana, and now I got 4 kills.
Enemy battleship sunk.
And the Benson is finally going to go and get a cap. He's heading up to sea. We just got 2 guys left. Kurfürst is a little low in health, so I'm going to try and help him out with this Worcester. Not doing a lot of special stuff here. It's just the damage just adds up on this boat.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Benson torps. Tried to get him on the broadside, but there it is. Bunch of bounce outs. So I'll switch back, and I guess I should have stayed inside on this instead of going to the outside of the island. We're down to 3 against 1 now. 800 to 539. We might pull this off yet. See, if I'd have stayed on the other side, I would have got this guy in my Kraken, but played it safe, and the Kurfürst is going to get it Kraken. Okay, so there you go. We won the match. 283k damage. Playing the Henri, we've got several awards there, achievements. That's about all there is to it. We just work from the outside, run that IFHE and the monster module upgrade. It just knocks out the shells. You get great damage. As long as you don't get broadside by a battleship, you can average good numbers every game. Hope you enjoyed this video and it taught you something. If you subscribe and like, that would be great, and we'll catch you next time.